But your girl is here. Queen Motivation here. I'm just waiting for my people. I know they coming. I know y'all coming. I know y'all coming. I know I've been MIA. I know I've been MIA. When you get in, go ahead and drop down in the comments. Let me know you here. Just say I'm here. So I know y'all are here. And we're gonna get started. When I get some of my familiars in here, some of my faves, you know. We're gonna go ahead and get going. But I'm gonna wait a minute. Let my little music just groove in the background, you know. I'm just posted up waiting for y'all. Y'all can see me real good. Let me know when you're here. Just be like, I'm here, Queen Motivation. Where you been? We've been waiting on you. Let me know. Let me know. Hi, Albert. How are you? I'm just sitting here just waiting on my people to jump on here so we can get this message flowing for this evening. I still got to go to work, but nothing gonna stop me from getting this message out, you know? So I'm just waiting for my peoples. I'm waiting for my people. Hop on here. They slow dragging a little bit today because, you know, I'm usually on live and almost halfway off. I usually get on at 6 p.m. But there's been so many changes in my schedule, and I've been off live since. Hey, Mom Dukes. I've been off live for, I want to say 2 weeks, but I realized when you're not consistent and you're not like staying on it, even though life throws curveballs and sometimes you can't get things to align, you still got to show up and present yourself so people will continue with the following you and the, you know, staying on you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for those who are still here with me. It's definitely a blessing for all of you guys to, you know, stop in. Even if you're just stopping in just to breathe for a quick second and hopping right on off. Either way it goes, I appreciate you guys for coming on. I do have some fan favorites that get on every time I go on live. My mom is one of them. She's always here supporting. Definitely grateful for her. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Katrina. I've been doing lives for a very, very long time. I've been doing YouTube videos for a very, very long time, and I actually go by the name of Queen Motivation. Thank you guys for the compliment. I go by Queen Motivation because, for one, I identify myself as a queen, and I'm very, very passionate about motivating people. And since I'm very passionate about motivating people, and I see myself as a queen and as royal, you know, I just decided to put those two names together because I felt like it really just represented who I was and who I am. And it's definitely great to be able to share some positivity. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Albert. Thank you. Water. What did I say? Water peeler. Executive, how you doing? I am from Nevada. I am residing in Nevada right now. That's where I live. This is where I just show my face in Nevada for a little while, you know, until God has something else for me. But I'm here. But y'all know I'm ready to get this message going. I'm just, you know, This is not just rock. Hi, Tanner. I'm just ready to, you know, get it going. Just waiting, just waiting, just waiting, waiting, because one thing I can say is when you be positive, a lot of people, they don't follow positivity. Um a lot of people don't really engage in the positivity. A lot of people don't want to be bothered with positivity. But if you get on social media and you showing the other side of positive behavior, and you kind of like be more motivated by negativity, that's what a lot of people like to engage in. So sometimes when I get on and I do videos and I promote positivity, I always have a few people that gotta push negativity, and I be ready for it, because I know everybody don't accept um, positive reinforcement. A lot of people don't accept the positivity. A lot of people don't want to hear it. A lot of people want to hear drama. A lot of people want to hear you talking about fighting. A lot of people want to hear you talk about things that don't have nothing to do with growth, and anything that has to do with you getting out of one place of your life and getting to the next position in your life. A lot of people don't want to hear about that stuff. So when you get a little crowd and they're on and they're being in tune with what you're saying, they're listening to what you're saying, and they just really showing love and showing up for you. It's like, wow, okay, I got some people that really stem from positivity, and I appreciate that. But other than that, pushing it doesn't always go as you want it to go. Um, but you gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing positivity. You gotta keep showing up for yourself. You gotta keep showing people that no matter what, you're gonna do everything that you need to do. You're gonna always be available. You're gonna always stand up for yourself. Be true to yourself. Be good to yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Respect yourself. And just remember to put yourself first, regardless of what goes on in life, regardless of the people that you're around, regardless of the people that you talk to. However, put yourself first. There are a lot of people who don't put themselves first. There are a lot of people that will go above and beyond for everybody else, but they don't take the time out for themselves. There are a lot of people who pour out into so many souls, and they're empty because they're giving all of their energy to everybody else. We have a lot of people who struggling in silence. They don't want anybody to know they're going through something. What's good, bro? They put it on a persona about how happy they are and how good their life is going, and they're actually going through some things. So you never know what people are going through. And I always feel like it's good to just show a smile. Just be always be a light for somebody, because everybody has been, facing hardships. Everybody's been going through, probably dealing with the loss of a loved one. We all have some things that we are encountering, and we're trying to find peace. We're trying to find some kind of closure. We just trying to continue to promote positivity. That's all. And when I think about how much it warms my soul to just be able to be positive, even going through my own stuff. Like I said, everybody ain't gonna agree with it. Everybody is gonna fight back. Everybody gonna have a rebuttal. People gonna go through whatever they're gonna go through. But today, I want to just talk about the process of elimination. And that's pretty much where I'm going with my message. Sometimes you got to just eliminate some things. You got to eliminate some people. You got to get some people out your circle. You got to get some people out your life. You got to get some people out your view. You got to cut some people off. You got to discontinue friendships. You got to end conversations when they're leading up to gossiping or talking about people, or doing anything that's going to make somebody else feel bad. There's a lot of things that we have to do to be able to process elimination. When you think about the lifestyle that you had growing up, a lot of people face some hard stuff growing up. A lot of people went through stuff that's, I can't even go into the details with some stuff that people went through. You got some people that's facing suicidal because of what they've been through or because of what they're going through. And they're trying so hard to push and they're trying to get through life the best way they know how. We dealing with a lot of people right now. You got some close family and friends that standing right beside you, and they fighting a battle every day of wanting to leave this earth. They fighting a battle to feeling like they're not loved. They're fighting a battle because they're in question. They're trying to figure out if they're loved, if anybody loves them, if anybody values them, if anybody appreciates them. They, hey BGB, they're constantly fighting a battle. And a lot of the times we don't know that people are fighting battles. So when I tell you to tread lightly into people's lives, to be as joyful and as peaceful as you can, you got a lot of people that believe in the higher power. You got a lot of people that believe in God. You got a lot of people that believe in Buddha. You got a lot of people that goes with all types of different spiritualities. You got people who don't believe in God. You got people who don't worship no kind of spiritual lifestyle. You have people who just feel like there is no God. Everybody is battling with something. Everybody is going through something. But at the end of the day, it's not for me to judge the next person, and it's not for the next person to judge me. You have people that's standing right now in your face, and they want to just hold you so much because they see you going through something. They want to tell you they love you, but they know that the battle that you're facing is causing you to reject them. It's causing you to reject positivity. It's causing you to not want to be a part of anything. We have to stop allowing people to get us out of character. That's okay, Time. I love you anyway, girl. We got to stop allowing people to get us out of character. We got to stop allowing people to have so much access to our lives mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. Like, we got to start pushing back. We got to start letting people know when they offend us. We have to start letting people know that, the words that you said, I didn't agree with it. We got to stop being afraid to hurt other people's feelings. You can let somebody know that they offended you and they hurt your feelings in a very respectable manner. You don't have to go off and be mean. You don't have to go off and get a point proven and, just be out of control with your words and say things that makes absolutely no sense. There's Haley. You got a lot of people. Hey, Coco. Hey, sis. You got a lot of people that have taken so much of your power because you've allowed them to. You gave them so much access to you mentally. You gave them so much access to you spiritually. You gave them so much access to you mentally and physically and financially and even sexually. Some of us are attached to some souls that we know we need to let go of. Them soul ties be something serious, y'all. When you go out here and you start attaching yourself to people and letting people attach themselves to you, it's always a harder battle when you have to break the stronghold. Because the stronghold is something that is powerful, and it's going to take a lot of isolation. It's going to take a lot of you sitting to yourself. It's going to take a lot of you admitting to yourself. A lot of us don't want to admit to ourselves that we are the problems to our problems. A lot of us are in the situations that we're in because of us. We've chose a certain path that led us to a road of destruction, a road of disbelief, a road of misunderstanding, a road of misfortune. Like, a lot of us have set ourselves up for a road of failure because we're not allowing ourselves to come to terms with peace. Peace is going to bring you to a place nobody can destroy. You have a lot of people that have been in your life and they have been causing so much havoc, so much disturbance, so much grief, and they've been putting you through so much, and they've been sitting back and they've been laughing, they've been relaxing. Hi, Gary. And they've been enjoying your pain. They've been getting high off of your pain. They've been sitting back excited about you going through whatever you're going through. You're losing sleep at night. You can't eat. You can't function. You can't develop your own mindset. Like, you're going through so much. And these people are literally making a joke out of your pain. And they're having a field day by getting a whole bunch of other people to enjoy your pain with them. But you got to understand that you can't help what people do to you. You can't. People are going to come into your life and cause some friction. People are going to come into your life and cause some confusion. People are going to come into your life and make you feel like you're unwanted. They're going to make you feel like you're not loved. You're going to deal with all kind of people, but at the end of the day, you have to stand true to yourself. You have to let yourself know that whatever these people say, whatever these people do, it cannot take over you and how you feel about yourself. It cannot make you feel like you can't make it. Everybody on this live and in this world have faced hardship of some kind. We all have been through some things, and some of us don't know how we got through them things. Some of us, like I said, to the ones who believe in God, we know how we got through it. To the ones that's struggling, they don't even realize who got them through it, but we know who got them through it as well. We have to stop allowing people so much access to us. When we think about process of elimination, it says removing or eliminating undesirable thoughts, behaviors, or patterns from your life. A lot of us have some patterns in our lives that we know for a fact we need to reshape. Some of us wake up in the morning and the first thing we do is we go straight to our phone. We don't get excited about being woken up in the morning. We don't think about the positive aspects of what's going to happen into our lives. Some of us wake up in negativity. Some of us wake up in anger. Some of us wake up frustrated. Like we don't even think about all the good things that brought us to a good day. We just go through the day focusing on everything that went wrong. Some of us don't stop and take the time to think about everything that went right. We're too busy focusing on the fear of the unknown. We are fearing the unknown. We don't even know what's going to happen, but we waking up in fear of failing, and we don't even know if we're going to fail. A lot of us are in a test right now. We're in a test because we have to get to our next assignment. You can't get to the next assignment without going through one assignment. You can't get to one blessing without going through a little hardship. You can't get to the newness of your life without getting out of the oldness of your life. Everybody is trying to figure out how to make peace of their life, to make sense of their life. Hey, Thin Mint, we are all battling. So when I tell you process of eliminating is going to eliminate you from the old versions of yourself. It's going to eliminate you from the people you can no longer hang with. A lot of us are hanging with our past and wonder why we can't get out of our mind, and wonder why we can't get out of this burden that we're in, wondering why we can't get this stronghold off us because we're staying connected to our past. You can love your friends from afar, but if your friends is not bringing you to a place of peace, a place of understanding, and they're not adding that into your life, they're only subtracting and they're taking away. And when somebody takes something away from you, you better understand that they are not obligated to give it back. Every time somebody takes something from you, you have to go and get it back yourself. You have to go and get back the time that you lost. You have to go back and get the depression that you're sitting around crying because they took you through some things. Everything that somebody took from you, you have to go and fight for it to get it back. And sometimes we get so comfortable in our pain, we get so comfortable in our hurt, we get so comfortable in our grief, we just get so comfortable in our brokenness that we don't even fight no more. Some of us are fighting a useless battle because we don't care. If you don't care about your life, if you don't love your life, how do you expect somebody else to love your life and to care for you? I know how it feels to be broken. I know how it feels to go through hardships. I know how it feels to have money and not have money. I know how it feels. But at the end of the day, what I also realized is that if I got through it once, I can get through it again. And if I keep showing up for myself, I know can't nobody stop my position. Can't nobody stop nothing that I'm going through, and can't nobody stop nothing that I'm about to receive unless I give them the opportunity and the power to do so. And I don't give people the power over my life. You don't get to control my thoughts. You don't get to control how I move. That's just not gonna work. Gary said, love them with the long-handed spoon, a very long-handed spoon. The one you can't even reach no matter how close you get to it. Coco said, take your power back. You gotta take your power back. Because if you let people keep controlling you, you will never have power. You will always be having weak moments. You will always be facing weak things, and you will always be searching for something. Process of elimination is the mode of the process. The process is getting through Whatever it is you got to get through. It may be tough, it may be hard, it may be shaky, but you gotta go through the process. You cannot get to the progress without the process. There's absolutely no way you're gonna be able to skip, because you best believe when you skip the process, you missing a step. And sometimes when you miss a step, you always got to go back and you got to try to figure out something. I don't want to skip no steps. I don't want to miss no steps. I want to stay on a narrow path. I don't want to be on a wide path where everything and everybody can get in. I'd rather a narrow path where it's just me, my thoughts, my God, and the people that he has for me. Everybody is fighting something. Everybody. We all are facing some kind of pain. And if it's not pain in your present, it's pain from your past. If you deal with yourself accordingly, then you will know how to maneuver the things that's going on in your life. But you have to deal with yourself accordingly. A lot of us don't want to deal with ourselves, because then we have to face the truth about ourselves. Then we have to know we the problem. Then we have to know we're the reason why things are not going right for us. Then we have to know that everything that was supposed to be ours, we let it go. Don't nobody want to face the problems, because when you face the problems, it's like now I got to deal with the pieces of me that I wanted to pretend like wasn't, that I wanted to pretend that didn't exist. I got to deal with the pieces of me that I tried to tuck away. I got to deal with the pieces of me that I try to hide from everybody. Some people around you are not who you think they are. You got a lot of people that's in your position and they not supposed to be in your position. You got a lot of people in your field and they're not supposed to be playing your games. You got to understand the process of elimination is going to allow you to eliminate the things you don't need and the people you don't need. And you cannot be afraid of facing this journey by yourself. Sometimes isolation is what we need to be able to come back to ourselves. You got people that disappear and people won't check on you. They just go straight into the negative part. Gary said, we have to work through the storm, and if you don't see a rainbow, it means you want the storm to continue. That's the truth. Hey, Jazz. We have some people that's sitting back counting every time we fail. And they are clapping every time we fail. When you have a friend that makes a joke about something you're going through, 9 times out of 10, they real serious. They say it's truth in a joke. It's always truth in a joke. When somebody makes a joke and they laugh about it, trust me, they're making fun of your pain. If you're going to make fun of my pain, it's really nothing that I can do for you, because at the end of the day, I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to, come to their full turn. I want everybody to know who they are. I want everybody to walk in their greatness. I want everybody to discover that they mean something to somebody. Each and every one of you means something to somebody. Each and every one of you hold a special place in somebody's heart. But you have to know within yourself that you are that person that hold that special place. You have to know that. Because if you don't know that for yourself, nobody else can make you believe that for yourself. You have to believe that for yourself. Hi, Archie. So when I tell y'all, every time I think about the things that I've been through, I get excited because I got through them. When I think about the stuff that could have weighed me down, that could have separated me from getting to my next assignment, I think about it and I get excited. Because somebody did not pass their test. Somebody didn't even get to wake up this morning. And somebody woke up this morning and they was not in their right mind. They woke up with no uses of their limbs. Like, they went through so much. And some of us complain about the smaller things in life. There's always somebody that's going to go through something greater than you. Always. But that's not saying that what they going through is way more than what you going through. That's not saying that their storm is worse than your storm. It's just sometimes you understand that people are going to go through what they're going to go through. Your storm is your storm. Their storm is their storm. Her storm is her storm. His storm is his storm. But at the end of the day, we all facing the storm. But that doesn't make your storm greater than mine because you're going through more. And that doesn't make my storm greater than yours because I'm going through more. All that makes me know is I'm going to make it. And you going to make it. And we going to make it. And everybody going to make it. If you trust the process, you have to get through the process. If you are not willing to get through the process, then you're not going to touch the progress. You have to go through what it is you have to go through to understand your assignment. A lot of us don't understand our assignment because we don't want to go through nothing. We want to get in the kitchen and we want the cake already made. We don't want to crack the eggs. We don't want to make the batter. We don't want to put it in the oven. We don't want to set the oven. We just want to come in and go straight to a cake that's already baked. When I tell you, you have to go through it to get through it. You have to. Queen, if you're interested to get 1K, they have more people coming over to our lives, helping high subscribers. I really trust and believe that I'm gonna get there, Archie. I know it. I know it's gonna take some time. It can happen overnight. It can happen in the next hour or two. It can happen 6 months from now. I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna get there. I really trust the process, and that's why I'm saying the process is going to get you to the progress. So if you got to stay dedicated. You got to stay true to yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to know that everything that you're doing is not in vain. It may not look like nothing right now. It may be seeming like nothing is happening. Sometimes you might even feel stuck and you don't even know what to do. And sometimes you looking to the left, you looking to the right. You're trying to figure out how to get there, how to do this, how to do that. But at the end of the day, when I tell you, you're going to get there. You're going to get everything that you set your heart for. But the only way you are going to get it is you have to go through the process. You got to. You're not getting the progress without the process. There's absolutely no way. Sis says, speak, little sis. That Queen Motivation. You have to go through the process to see the progress. So true. Because a lot of people don't want to go through that. They don't want to go through the process. They don't want to go. And just imagine you wake up in the morning and the doctor say, oh, you're pregnant. And you say, I'm pregnant. And then you sneeze and your child is already going to college. You didn't even get the opportunity to love on your child, to speak life into your child, to grow a bond with your child, to get to know your child, to just love on your child. Like, you didn't get an opportunity to do any of that because it's like they was here and then they was adults and now that's the end of it. Imagine if life went like that. You would not know your child's relationship if you never got to have a relationship with your child. If you found out you was pregnant and then gave birth to an adult. And there's no way you would be able to understand the process. And you would miss out on so much if life worked that way. My mom said you have to crawl before you can walk. You do, because if you just wake up and just think that everything is going to happen like this, that's going to happen that overnight. Some people, it do happen overnight. But I guarantee you that overnight stems from them going through the process. We don't know how long a person been fighting to get to the position that they're in. We don't know what they had to go through. We don't know what they had to lose. We don't know the sacrifices. We don't know any of that. All we know is they went through the process and they stood firm in the process, and now they can see the progress of the process. So when they say, well, it happened for me overnight, it's because you set yourself up to go through everything that you needed to go through. You had to learn this. You had to learn that. You had to receive this. You had to accept that. You had to take constructive criticism. Like, you had to go through all those things to bring you to where you are today. So when I tell y'all, I might not have 1 million subscribers. I might not have 1,000 subscribers. I might not have people that's constantly watching my live. I may have people who skip over my videos. I may have people who don't even pay none of my channel no mind. But at the end of the day, that's the process that I'm willing to take to get to the next level in life. You have to be willing to accept that everything is not going to go in your favor. There's going to be some days where you're going to hit it off and you're going to have so much activity. People are going to be showing up for you. People are going to be celebrating you. People are going to be just showing you so much love and so much favor, and you're gonna be on top of the world. You're gonna feel like you won. You're gonna feel like you made it. And then some days ain't nobody gonna show up. Nobody gonna be there to root you on. Nobody gonna be there to clap for you. Nobody gonna be looking at you and giving you the praises and speaking your name and mentioning your name. You're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. But regardless of what kind of day you have to keep going. We are not here to live our life in pain, to live our life in hurt, to live our life in distress. We are not here to carry the burdens of everybody. You got to set the tone for your life. You have to allow yourself the time you need to heal. You have to allow yourself the time you need to get through whatever you got to get through. You have to give yourself grace. You have to understand that everything in your life is going to require some hardships. You're going to go through some questionable moments. You're going to go through some disbelief. Sometimes you're going to be in a moment of grief because you don't understand what's happening. But if you stay on the path of righteousness and you stay focused, you are going to see everything that you need to see. You are going to see everything that you need to see. BJ, I'm gonna make you a moderator too, because that way I'm gonna make certain people moderators too. So what one person don't catch, the other person catch. And y'all, if y'all see some that's if y'all see somebody that's doing too much, saying too much, out of context, and y'all feel like they shouldn't be here or whatever the case may have, you go ahead and do y'all moderator stuff. Do y'all thing. Let me make sure I do this right. Hold on. I'm trying to moderate you, BG, to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, that's a moderator. Okay. Okay, there you go. I made you a moderator too, BG, so you can get people. You can get some people off too, cause I know. Okay, I had to redo it to make sure I did it right. Cause there's always gonna be some people that's gonna troll, and but it's okay. I always say, if you come on my channel, rather you trolling, rather you on here to catch a word, rather you just popping on and pop off, I always support and appreciate all of you guys, because you could be doing anything else, you know what I'm saying? But y'all here with your girl, Queen Motivation. Excuse me. So I always appreciate that. And I have to go to work in like 2 hours. So I'm pushing my message and still going to work, y'all. So we doing good. And I'm so grateful for y'all, because at the end of the day, I've been missing for 2 weeks, and I know there was some people that was constantly, on here, and then I lost a few people, but I'm grateful for the people who, no matter what happens, they're still there. Because, everybody goes through something, and when somebody going through something, and the first thing they want to do is kind of like kick you to the curb, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know, if you're dealing with something, but they personalize the situation and make it about them. And they're like, oh, well, I don't got the time to be sitting around waiting, so I'm just not going to deal with this person no more. Like, you don't even know what people be going through. Like, matter of fact, Coco, I'm going to tell them my little story with my sis. When I had moved back to Virginia with BG, me and my sister Coco was like right around the corner. And I was trying to see her, but it's like I couldn't never see her. So I got in my feelings, and I was like, I'm over here and I'm trying to see you, and da 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 da. And I was so in my own feelings, not once thinking or taking the time out to say, hey, you know what, sis, are you okay? Are you going through something? Do you need some time? Like, I got personal because I was wondering, I was thinking about my feelings being hurt, and not thinking about her feelings and what she was going through, and if she was dealing with something. And the problem is with a lot of people, we take and personalize other people's pain, and we don't even know that people going through something because we too busy wanting people to know we going through something, or we too busy wanting people to know that we're suffering. Like some people don't even call you and ask you how you doing. They just go straight into, yeah, hey, how you doing? They just go straight into everything they got going on. They don't know if you suffering from anything. So when I tell you, I had to learn to not always personalize certain situations and put other people's feelings into play, and realize that sometimes people not gonna be available right then and there when you need them. They not going to be right there and available when you need them. Gary said, life be life. We need you to pace yourself, young lady. Supporters will stay with you because the support is authentic. Thank you. Lay said, give people grace. And Gary said, hi. Oh, hi, Lay. How you doing? I'm reading all the messages. But yeah, that's the beauty of, when people really rock with you and people really stick with you and people really love you, they're going to support you on good days, bad days, rainy days, sunshine. Like, they are going to support you. They are going to have your best interest at heart. Like, they really going to be there for you. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you, learning to understand other people's pain and not focus on my pain, and learning to know that other people have stories too and not think about my story, and realizing that it's not always good to throw stuff in people's face because you don't know what people going through. Like, you gotta learn how to be humble and appreciate the situation, and pay attention to the body language and the words of people, because people be really going through stuff, and we be out here mad at people not knowing their story. And I'm telling you, I had to learn that, because I be so mad sometimes without understanding other people's pain. So when I tell you to sit back sometimes and focus first, ask people, hey, are you okay? I haven't heard from you in about 2 or 3 days. Is everything okay with you? How's your health? How's your mental? Like, is there anything that I can do? And allow people to let you know if they need space, or allow people to let you know, like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. It's been a little while. I haven't touched back base with you, but I was going through something and I needed some time, and I'm sorry I didn't get back to you right away, but it's nothing like that. I just was dealing. Like, let people tell you instead of just getting in your own mind, overthinking, assuming, and ready to cut somebody off, not knowing their circumstances or what they got going on. Gary said, some people need to focus on the message and not the messenger. If the message is for you, apply it to your life and stop hating on the messenger. That is so true, Gary, because a lot of the times people will not like something just because it's you that said it or you that wrote it. And it could be a real good message. It could be like, I have some people on my social media that I caught on to how the motion changed. Like, when I was able to be available for them, or I was able to show up for them, or I was able to let them know that, I can do this, I can do that. There was conversation, there was connection, there was, checking in. And the moment I couldn't show up, people scattered. People went ghost. They went from hearting my post to not even liking my post. And like I said, I understand we go through stuff, but you have to study the body language of most people. People will support you when it benefits them. Not all people, but some people will only support you when it benefits them. When they no longer can get anything from you and it's not beneficial for them, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't care about nothing you got going on. They don't check in on you. They don't call to see if you are okay. And that's fine. Because I also realize that sometimes people are removed out of your life for a reason. Everybody can't go where you're going. Everybody is not assigned to you. Everybody is not a part of your journey. So when people leave your life, when people no longer engage with you, when people don't have anything to do with you, or no longer want to be a part of you, just let the people be. Let them be released. Let them go, because you have an assignment. You have a mission. You have something that you have to do. So you cannot focus and base your time on other people and what other people got going on. I'm learning that. I had to learn that. And I'm just really grateful for everything that I'm going through. I'm grateful for all my learning moments. I'm thankful for everything that's allowing me to be set up. I'm being set up. But when I tell you I'm being set up for a great proposition. And a lot of us don't realize that we're being set up for a great proposition, because we're too busy focusing on everything that's going wrong. Stop focusing on what's going wrong, y'all. Because sometimes things that's going wrong is actually going right. Sometimes the thing that's going wrong is actually going in your favor. A lot of them no's are not no's. Those are temporarily yeses, because you can't get what you asking for right now. I remember I told God, I said, God, everything that I thought I wanted, I didn't need, and you made sure I didn't get it. And the things that I needed, God provided for me when the timing aligned with what I needed in that moment. Sometimes we don't need what we keep asking for. We just keep asking for the same thing over and over again. We're not getting it for a reason. But if we're not getting it, just understand that your time is coming. It's coming. Gary said everyone can grow with you, especially when they are grown. That's the truth. You can't make people change. You can't make people be for you. You can't make people love you. You can't make people support you. Only thing you can do is go through what you got to go through, and that's it. Focus on that. Mommy said God already knew who to remove from your life. He did. And when he removed them, I'm like, I'm not going back. I done went back so many times chasing the wrong people, and it always hurts. When you go backwards and chase something, I'm telling you, it always hurts you. Every time you go back into something of your life that was removed and you chase it, it hurts more. Lay said sometimes no is not right now. Girl, you better say it again. You better say it again, girl. But that's the truth. How many of y'all, you can expose yourself if you want to, you don't have to. But how many people has somebody or something removed from your life, and you went back and you got it again? You dug out the trash can. It was thrown away for a reason. You went and dug in that trash can, blew it off, and make like it was new. Set it up on your shelf, or your dresser. Your shelf is your heart or your mind, whatever you want to call it. And you just kept it in your life, knowing it was expired, knowing that it was no longer available for you. We got to leave things where they are and leave people where they are. Stop digging in the trash, bruh. Leave the trash alone. It's trash for a reason. They got people that come pick up the trash. When you throw it out, leave it in the trash. Stop letting the trash back into your life, dirtying up your mindset, dirtying up your heart, dirtying up your spirit. Leave that trash where it's at. I've dug in the trash plenty of times in my life. And every time I dug in the trash, I always pulled out the same dirt. I always pulled out the same problems. I always pulled out the same stress. I never pulled out anything nice out of the trash, because something that belonged to the trash is supposed to be in the trash. They say another man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, you best believe every time the trash goes, it's being processed for somebody else. It's being processed into something else. So if you throwing out your trash is going to be processed for somebody else. If you go digging in somebody else's trash, you don't know what you're about to get. Wait for your process to come. It's going to come. Stop going backwards. Leave them things and them people alone, y'all. That's why we hurt. That's why we crying. Because we dealing with the same stuff that we already dealt with before. It's time to let it go. Gary said, just because something is familiar, it doesn't mean it's right. That's the truth. That's the truth. Lay said, I don't chase. I attract. What is meant for me is meant for me. And that's the God honest truth again. And Coco said, little sis, if I throw my phone because of this powerful message, I blame you. Girl, we got to listen. We all are fighting to stay on the straight path, the narrow path. It's a fight every day to fight temptation. It's a fight every day to try to stay away from the things that used to give us so much joy. Could you imagine if you just went back to the things that gave your flesh joy? Not your spirit joy, but your flesh joy. Because when your flesh gets excited, your spirit gets decreased. And when your spirit gets decreased, your mind get to wondering. When your mind get to wondering, you start acting out on these lustful behavior. You start acting out on these temptations. You start acting out doing things that you know don't align with your spirit. A lot of us know that we don't belong in these relationships that we in. A lot of us know that we don't belong in these friendships that we're in. A lot of us know that we don't belong in the homes that we're in. A lot of us know we don't belong in the jobs that we're in. And since we keep trying to force our way into a lifestyle that's not made for us, we are going to keep getting snagged. We are going to keep getting hurt. We are going to keep hitting the wall. We are going to keep facing the same demons. You ever notice that every time you go through a storm, it's a storm that you already came through? How you going to be afraid of something that you already came through? How you going to be afraid of a storm that knocked on your door before and you closed it? If you beat one storm, you're going to beat the next. There's never a new storm. It just comes to you in new ways. There's never new hardships. It just comes to you in new ways. If you beat the financial struggle before, you're going to beat the financial struggle again. If you beat a sex demon before, you're going to beat a sex demon again. If you got out of an abusive relationship, you're going to get out of an abusive relationship again. Everything that you already been through is setting you up to get away from what you don't have to continue to be with or be in. You need to learn to let these things go. Let these people go. Let these circumstances be whatever they're going to be. Stop crying about things that you don't have no control over. Everything that I say in my life and in my season is going to set me up for win because I already failed. I already lost. I already been broken. I already cried. I already threw tantrums. I already went through everything that broke me and left me alone. I've been through all the stuff that could have took me out. And if it didn't take me out, why am I going to give it the opportunity to take me out now? Y'all got to understand that if it did not take you out, it's not going to take you out. You have an assignment that you have to go through. You have an assignment that you're going to get through. You have an assignment that's going to progress and process your life. It's going to separate you from the things and the people that have no access to you. You are in your best season. If you think you're going through something, it's because you're in your best season. Your best season is about to take you to the next level in life. There's an elevation process that's happening. That's why you're going through the process of elimination, because there's progress of elevation. If y'all didn't catch that, I'm going to say it again. There is process of elimination because there's progress to elevation. Y'all know that when I tell y'all, I sit back and I watch myself go through a lot. And I kept telling myself, man, I went through so much before and I got through it. It never took me out. It shook me. It stumbled me. I maybe even fell, but every time I fell and I stumbled, I got right back up. So when I tell y'all, if y'all sitting around here crying about a storm that you're going through, knowing that you done been through many storms, what you doing? Why you wasting tears from storms you already conquered? Some of us crying about something that happened to us in our past. Yes, it hurt. It broke us. It left us like, wow, I can't believe that happened to me. But we got out of it. We got through it. So why are we crying about a new storm that we know we can shake? We know we can shake a storm. We know it. Because we already done showed ourselves that plenty of times. Plenty of times. Do you understand? We got this because we already been through it. We've been given this assignment before. It just came differently because we piling up all the other stuff on us and we getting distracted again. We distracted again. Gary said, coming into the light is mandatory in order to achieve victory prayer. You gotta step into the light. Y'all remember Beauty and the Beast? All she seen, she fell in love with Beast because she didn't see a beast. She seen something beautiful. A lot of y'all standing in the mirror and y'all seeing a beast. But that's not a beast. That's your progression. That's letting you know that you may see something. If you see a beast, it's because there's warrior inside of you. When Belle fell in love with Beast, she didn't see Beast. She didn't fall in love with the man version of him. She fell in love with the beast version of him. Do you understand what I'm saying? My my oh, Gary said a saint is a sinner who fell down but got back up. Winners never quit and quitters never win. That's a word right there. My mom said, like the song says, we fall down but we get up. Coco said we got through it. We always get through the storms. Always. There's not one storm that I can sit back and say I ain't get through it. Because if I didn't get through it, how would I be able to tell y'all? I got through my storms. I got through a lot of my storms, and I'm still getting through storms. Because we are going to face something. We all are going to face something. If we have not already faced it, we're facing it now. But we always come through. Always. So think about the beast. When Belle said step into that light, what she seen? She seen the man that was so beautiful to her. But it wasn't the man that she seen. It was the beast that she fell in love with. That warrior that's inside of you. Fall in love with that beast that's inside of you. And when you step into the light, baby, they are going to see the beauty that shines all over you. You can fight anything that you want to fight. And you can get through anything that you want to get through. But it starts with you believing yourself. That's what it starts with. Process of elimination is for progress of elevation. Y'all might want to write that down. Because when I tell y'all going through everything in life, it always brings you to a greater moment. Always brings you to a greater moment. And I'm so grateful for every moment that I've got to experience, rather good or rather bad. I was able to get through every moment of my life. And the first thing I had to do was forgive myself. Because you got to understand that people are going to do whatever they feel fit to do. They are going to do whatever they feel fit to do in your life. But you got to tell yourself that whatever they do, that's their problem. It's not yours. It's not yours. Gary said, patience is virtue. Let the flood waters subside so you can find solid ground for your foundation. Yes, amen. Amen. Oh, say it again, Lasia. Process of elimination is for progress of elevation. That's really that's a word right there, you know. Like, I ain't no pastor or no preacher or none, but let me tell you, when the fire get inside, I just let it do what it's gonna do. I let it flow. It's a natural flow. Everything that I do is a natural flow. Because I don't have the focus to actually do like the preachers, how they go into their word, they let the word speak to them, then they write a sermon, and then they come and they stand before the congregation and they go off of their sermon. I never get to do that. I don't even know how to do that, Gary. Isn't that terrible? I think Lasia can write it, or let me see. Y'all know I don't know how to. Oh, nope. That ain't it. Oh, yeah. I don't know how to do it, Gary. I'm still learning this. I'm still learning how to do stuff, but I can say it again. Okay, thank you. But I'm telling y'all, we all have been through a lot of stuff. But we always overpower everything that we've been through. We never, ever have to worry about losing out. Because we are powerful. We all got a spiritual warrior within us that's going to overpower any obstacle that we face if we allow it to. And BG said, I personally don't feel like you were meant to preach. I feel like you were meant to teach. Girl, yeah. Call me Miss Queen Motivation. Y'all see I tried to do my little hair. because I gotta go to work tonight at this new post. And I'm gonna tell y'all another. I'm gonna tell y'all something because I want to help somebody not be walking in fear. Because let me tell y'all a little story about me too. Lady just said sometimes God just downloads it in your spirit. That's so true. Cause you never know when you talking and you pushing out a positive message, and before you know it, it's just all you just doing your thing, and it's like, I got this. I got this. Hey, real. But I want to tell y'all a little story about me because y'all know I always be sharing personal stories. So I was working with this company, right? I'm not gonna put the company on blast, but I was working with this company. And I've been with this company for a year. And this company that took me through the ups, the downs, the ins and outs. I'm talking about, listen, I done went through a portion where I had to encounter a hostile workplace. I had to encounter somebody trying to search me or figure me out or find me or whatever. And the last incident, I got sent one shift, and the supervisor, the lady that I was working with, tried to put me on another. It was just a bunch of headache. I was trying to reach out to everybody. Nobody got back in contact with me. So you know what I did? I quit. I sure did. I quit. I quit my job. And I told myself, I said, I don't fear quitting, because you know why? Because if you believe in your spirit that anything that's meant for you is going to be yours, regardless of what, it's going to be yours. So I quit the job. I walked away on the job on a Sunday of last week. And that week, now I quit I quit on a Saturday, I think. I can't remember. But anyway, I quit. And that Monday, I had an interview. That Monday, I had the interview, and I interviewed with the CEO of the company and got hired on the spot. So my thing is, I want somebody to know that don't be afraid to walk away from something. Saturday, it was Saturday I quit. And I told my daughter, I said I quit my job. I told my mom I quit my job. And I was like, because one thing I'm not finna do is let somebody play in my face. I know my worth. And I know my worth in the working field too. A lot of people, you gotta know your worth wherever you at in your life. You gotta know your worth in your love life. You gotta know your worth in your friendships. You gotta know your worth in your job life. Like, you have to know your worth. If somebody does not value your worth or value what you bring, take it to the next person, because every last one of us have something to bring. Regardless of how you feel, you have something to bring. So when I walked away Saturday, I did not walk away in fear. I told my daughter, I said, I'm not worried about it, because I'm going to be set right back up. I'm going to quit this job, and I'm going to have another job before the week roll in. And I guarantee you, before the week rolled in, I was already working. Okay? Already working. Because, BG, you keep getting overqualified because you overqualified for the working world. That means you're supposed to be a business warrior. You're supposed to have your own business. Anytime a job denies you, it's because there's something greater. If a job say you didn't fit the qualification, no, I did fit the qualifications. You just didn't fit the qualifications for me. So it's not that you didn't hire me. It's that this job is not for me. This is not my position. This is not where I'm supposed to be. So at the end of the day, I don't worry about none of them, because I know where I belong. And if somebody don't want me in their field, and somebody don't want me working for them, that means that's not the place where I'm supposed to be. That means my spirit and my worth is not going to be valued. So if my spirit and my worth is not going to be valued, then hey, I'm not worried about not being in that work in that work field. Y'all cannot be afraid to walk away from nothing. Nobody. Fear nothing. Because when you fear the unknown, that's when things get shaky. I don't never think for one second like, oh my God, if I quit this job, I'm not going to work ever again. What am I going to do? I don't think like that. I say, hey, I'm going to quit this job and I'm going to have something lined up. And something always lines up. So alignment is knowing that when you walk away from something, you know that something else is going to be already in position. If you scared to walk away from something, you will never get to the point of your life where you are going to see your prized possession. If you're afraid A lot of y'all in these relationships talk about, oh no, that's my boo. I love him. He make me feel good because he smiled and he paid my light bill. And he be making me feel good because he be paying all my bills. Baby, some of y'all missing out on a whole man and a whole woman that's going to give you way more than just paying your bills. Y'all have to learn to know your own worth. You cannot expect somebody to see what you don't see within yourself. You can't force people to see something that you don't see. If you don't see your worth, why force them? If you don't love yourself, why force them? If you don't respect yourself, why force them? Everything that you're asking for somebody to do for you, you have to be able to do for yourself. Whatever you're asking for, you have to give it to yourself. You cannot make people responsible for loving you if you're not going to be responsible for loving yourself. You cannot make people accept you if you don't even want to accept yourself. Never. So if you want to bounce around and pretend like this person love you because they twinkle your little fairy tales and your little toes and you feel like that's all you deserve, well, to each his own. Because one thing a person ain't going to do is play in my face. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. Job, friends, family members. I don't care. Whew. Bless me. Oh, I sneeze, y'all. Let's see. Coco said fear can cause hold on. Y'all gotta see. Woo. Woo, bless me. These allergies is whooping my butt. Fear can cause people to remain stagnant. And it can. Thank you, Lay. Fear will have you stuck in something that you ain't got no business being stuck in at all. And Real said they'll never comprehend what you're saying, sis. You know, thank you, sis. I feel like people who want to understand what I'm saying, who feels like what I'm saying is beneficial to them, they'll accept it. But you got a lot of people that's not willing to accept nothing because they don't want to see. Thank you, moms. They don't want to see that they the problem. A lot of people that cause so much pain in their own life and they be blaming everybody else. It's everybody else's fault, but they ain't not once took the time to say, you know what, maybe if I would have did this, said this, moved this way, but everybody feels comfortable blaming everybody because it's easier to blame people and hold everybody else accountable than to face yourself and realize that you are the problem, that you can do some things different. You could have said some things different. But a lot of people is not ready to own up to that. They don't want to believe that they need to check themselves. They don't want to believe that they need to resurface their entire energy. They don't want to believe that they need to sit down and reevaluate everything. A lot of people be projecting whatever it is they feel about themselves onto other people. And the moment they start projecting how they feel onto other people, they feeling real accomplished right now. Some people get a joy out of breaking people. Some people get a joy out of hurting people. Some people get a joy out of making people feel miserable. They say misery loves company. They're not lying. There's a lot of people who hate their life. And because they hate their life, because they don't want to put in the work to change the way life is, some of us was handed a bad deck of cards. Some of us was handed a bad deck of cards, but you got to take that game and you got to make it work for you. There's people who've been raped, battered, abused, molested, cheated on, lied to, so many different things. And when you look at them, they don't look like what they've been through. And when people don't look like what they've been through, the only reason, the way you're going to know their story personally is if they share their testimony. But a lot of people don't want to own up. They don't want to take the initiative to say, you know what, I did that. I messed that up. Yes, my mom was a drug addict. Yes, my mom was an alcoholic. Yes, my mom didn't love me. Yes, my mom didn't say she was proud of me. Yes, my dad beat me. Yes, my uncle molested me. Yes, my brother banged my head in the wall. Like, I understand that people did a lot of stuff, but you got to come to a point in your life that everything that happened to you did not kill you. Everything that happened to you did not make you less of a person. You are not your past. Your past is your past, but you are not your past. You've been through your past, but you got past it. That's the thing that people got to understand. You are going to outgrow your pain only if you want to. You can, people be saying, "Oh, I can't do this because of that." The willing spirit is going to take you a mighty long way in life if you're willing. A lot of people don't want to because some people are comfortable in their pain. Some people are comfortable in their hurt. Some people are comfortable in that lifestyle where there's no growth. Some people are very comfortable because they can use it as a weapon. People use their pain as weapons to weaponize other people, to make people feel guilty, to make people feel obligated to want to do stuff for them. There's a lot of people that get mad with you when you can't show up for them. They really be in their feelings when you cannot present yourself as whole to them. People be really walking around here self-inflicting a mess out of themselves and looking for somebody else to patch them up. I've dealt with a lot of guys that I thought I could heal if I loved them properly. But when I realized I wasn't even loving myself properly, I said, how am I going to love anybody if I'm fighting how to love myself? I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't. And I'm still taking baby steps to learn how to really love myself the proper way. A lot of us have not gotten to the point where we're accepting of our lives. You have to accept what happened to you. I'm not saying you got to accept it and be like, oh, well, you know, it happened. No. When you accept your pain and when you accept what happened to you, you use that as motivation so you can get through it, so you can continue to get through it. Some of us have been through some hardships, but we definitely can elevate from all the things that we've been through. Everything. And if Lasia, if you because I'm about to sign off, y'all, because I do have work. I got to be to work at 10. It's already 8:06, so I got to pretend like I'm going to get about 30, 40 minutes of sleep. But I really appreciate you guys for popping on here with me. I will be back live starting after July 22nd. I'll be going live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. So I probably won't go live next week. I'm not sure. I'll keep y'all posted. But after the 22nd of July, I will be going live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. unless my work schedule changes again. My work schedule and everything that's happening in my life is throwing my lives off. Hey, Garnita. It's throwing my lives off, so I'll be all over the place. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to every Tuesday at 6 p.m. I would definitely keep y'all posted. I got some stuff that I'm working on, and I really want to bring some women on to my podcast. My podcast I'm working on, y'all. I got to get some more work on how to do it, but it's going to be called Heal Out Loud. It's not only for women, it's for men too. But I know sometimes a lot of men, they don't like to, expose themselves. They don't like to talk about things. They don't want people to know that they're human and they go through stuff. But women, we are already emotional creatures, so we be pouring ourselves out to the world. We be and everything, and my granddaddy, and life, wow. We all over the place, okay? But men, they be like, man, I'm straight, I'm good, I'm all right. So, yeah, I went through it, but it is what it is. I'm all right. I'm going to be fine, you know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't nothing. I don't care nothing about what my mama did to me. I don't care about my grandma. I don't care about none of that. But they walk around built up with anger. They are extremely exhausted because they're carrying so much anger. Girl, I know I've been all over the place, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back. My schedule changed. I quit my job. Girl, it's a lot. I got so much to tell you. I failed two times. Road rage. I was doing good all the way up until the girl. Lord bless it. Lord, I was doing good, but the lady drove out behind me and she just honked her little horn and then she cut off in front of me, and then she got to acting like she wanted to get about it. So I had to represent, that I'm Queen Motivation, but I still tell a little one too, But I'm still working on it. I'm doing way better. My daughter can attest. I'm doing really, really good with my road rage, y'all. I'm talking about really good. I had a few slip ups, but I'm doing good. So I'm really grateful, y'all. I'm grateful, grateful, grateful. If y'all got a moment of y'all time, we gonna go ahead and type in the box too the message that was for today. Process of elimination is progress for elevation. If y'all type that in the comments before we go. But it's been definitely a pleasure. I'm so excited. Garnita, if you go ahead and jump on my Facebook too, I'll be posting a lot of messages, positive messages on Facebook too. So we can always stay connected because you one of my fan faves too. So you got to stay in the loop too. I got to keep you connected too, honey. Because, we got some things that we about to build and I want my fan faves to definitely be a part of everything. I know, Leisure typed it up. Process of elimination is progress for elevation. Yes. So, that's the word. That was the word, and I'm grateful for y'all. But we got some more work to do. We got some things that we about to push out there. I'm trying to get my nonprofit up off the ground, but sometimes a lot of people they really just don't want to see you get to the next level in life, but you got to keep going anyway. You might get 1,000 no's, but that 1,001 gonna be your yes. You got to go through the progress. You got to go through the progress. I'm sorry, the process. You have to go through the process to get to the progress. So keep pushing, keep showing up for yourself, keep believing in yourself, keep telling yourself you're going to make it because you are going to make it. You fought many storms. There's more storms to fight, but keep your fighting gear on. Keep the whole armor of God on for those who believe. And for those who don't, just keep some boxing gloves tied around your wrist because you never know when you got to get in the ring, okay? Because the enemy coming. He coming for a lot of people because there's a lot of lost souls out here. And since there's a lot of lost souls out here, he's on a mission. So just guard your hearts. Protect yourself at all costs from all types of people, all areas in your life. And you're going to see yourself get to a new level. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pop up off this thing because Queen Motivation got to go to work and get my mind ready for this long, long shift. I ain't going to get home till 6 some in the morning. But I'm excited and ready. So with that being said, I love you guys. Y'all know what time it is. I will be seeing y'all next Wednesday. I think it's next Wednesday. I'm trying to keep up with my daughter's schedule too, because her schedule, we trying to get this thing going, but I got some other stuff that I'm finna do. But with that being said, I love you guys. Follow me on Facebook, like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. Your girl Queen Motivation signing off. Until next time, you guys stay blessed, stay easy, stay positive, and love on yourself a little more. Good night.